What's up, everybody? It's your boy Showtime Doctor. We're going over the patch notes here. Server's currently patching right now, should be up fairly quickly. So, if you're in Europe, congratulations, there's a European server launch. They're adding to it a bunch of languages, German, French, Spanish, and Portuguese. So, see, me gusta Epic 7, and however you say it in all the other languages. So that's there for you guys if you happen to be from the European nation and you're sick and tired of that dumb English. Anyhow, so Araminthia is here. Quick note on Araminthia, one of the strongest characters in the game. Even her regular version, her midnight version or whatever the hell, is actually fairly crazy strong. But the regular one is not that bad either because just from what I remember of her skills, I believe her one causes a burn. Burn ticks harder on total attack than bleed does. Her 2 is a buff, and if there is a burn on any target, such as a burn put up by the soul artifact that we got a couple weeks ago, it will also cause them to not be healed. They'll put the healing debuff on them, I believe, for 2 turns. And it also raises the attack of your entire party, so 6 skill. And her 3 is like a big AoE. I forget all the parameters of it, but it hits really hard, and that's exactly what you want in a mage character. So, if you don't have her, highly suggest going for her, unless you got some other AoE mage roles to cover. Because it seems like we're seeing a lot more mages come into the fray with regard to PvP especially, but even a lot of PvE content. So people are scrambling. We'll go into Montmorency's buff here in a little bit as well. But aside from some of the healers, they're buffing the healers to compensate for the mages. Also, the rogues are coming back a little bit more into the meta to one-shot, or at least get close to one-shotting the mages in PvP. But so anyways, so she's on the banner. Now here's Angelic Montmorency. That's what I meant to say. I always screw up her name. She's got a specialization tree, and it's finally going to be live this patch. So if you don't know, she's basically going to become a mini Angelica. Arguably better than Angelica in many ways, and we'll go over that here in a second. So, there you can see a little bit of her animations. Cool stuff, cool stuff. I think that's really cool how they actually buffed the 3-star characters in this game. That's pretty awesome. So here we go. So we'll just read the After Awakening for Earnest Prayer. Basically, it does the same exact thing. Grants immunity, recover health, grant immunity for 2 turns, dispel 2 debuffs. It also increases now the caster's combat readiness by 50%, so that's very much a DN thing right there. And then also, same thing, amount recovered proportional to target's max health. But there is a soul burn to it to where the effect is given to all allies. Now, that's gonna mean immunity and the dispelling of 2 debuffs. And it is also, I'm assuming, going to be the ally health generation, much like how... Actually, I don't think Angelica dispels any debuffs, but she does grant immunity, she does recover health, she also puts a shield up for hers. The combat readiness, I'm pretty sure that's only Montmorency. So that would be kind of dumb if you could give it to everyone on your team. But, yeah, I mean, you never know. You never know what they're going to do in this game. I doubt it, though. So here's her specialization right here. It's going to be eliminate 500 spirits, easy enough to farm. 6 shiny enhancement catalysts. Well, picture that. I just used a bunch of those to upgrade. I forget who it was, like Luna or somebody, one of their skills, so I'll have to go farm some more. Acquire 3,600 Azaria Adventure points. More on that later. There's a new farming thing to do, and then a trial battle, which is never a big deal most of the time. So this is going to be her tree. So her tree actually has some really interesting stuff. It works a lot like Clury's tree in a way, but for healers. So double effect resist buff, up to 40% combined, health 10%. You can increase effect resistance of all allies by 5%, which not actually a bad thing right there. Increase sleep sorcery sleep effect chance by 15%, so that's skill. Combat readiness 10% after using purification if the caster's effect resistance is over 100%. Now, when it says is over 100%, I'm not sure if they mean by the passive stat or if they mean with the effect resistance buff, but I'm guessing it's going to be the passive stat. When using Purification skill, 10% max chance to grant continuous healing to all allies for a turn. Continuous healing, basically heal over time. Lots is actually the #1 person in the game that does that AoE right now. And I think Doris does it as well, if you happen to have a Doris. When using Purification, same skill, 25% chance to dispel 1 additional debuff. And in case you're confused on what Purification was, that was... Oh, actually, not this one. I guess it's probably her too, so never mind. So let's see here, 50% chance to reset cooldown of Purification if the caster is not debuffed at the beginning of the turn, so you can see how that's going. And then when using Purification, has a 100% max chance of healing all allies additionally, regardless of debuffs. So pretty much even if there is a debuff, you're going to go ahead and just heal all your allies anyway. So that makes her a strong potential, basically an all-encompassing healer, because when you combine all of these effects, once you farm them all up, once you farm them all up, you're going to be putting up immunity for your team as a burn, though, so keep that in mind. You're going to have a chance to put up continuous healing. You're increasing the effect resistance of all your team. You're increasing Montmorency's effect resistance by 40%, health by 10%, and you're also getting a lot more chances of dispelling debuffs, which a lot of characters in the game that are healers do not dispel and make you immune to debuffs. So that's super strong right there. And then Purification's just going to be dumb broken whenever you max all this stuff, because you're healing even with debuffs on, you're dispelling additional debuffs. It's just going to be stupid. So highly recommend getting her fat as soon as you can. She also has a chance of becoming a tank for you if you want, with that additional 10% health. Most people are going to want to go speed for obvious reasons, but you can make her tanky as well. Just go speed health and then get her some gear with, because she's going to have effect resistance, remember, if you're doing it right, hopefully over 100%. So get that effect resistance up, get that health up, a little bit of defense, and she'll be just as good a tank as Angelica is for most teams. So I'm hoping that they don't rethink this and nerf her at some point, but let's get into Adventure Path here. So Adventure Path has been added. Players will be guided on various content and be able to obtain various rewards, clear mission, and receive rewards that make you stronger. So this is another thing to farm. You see it over here in the corner. It's going to give you quests like clear X stage, that type of thing. There's going to be gold rewards. You can see in here, there's like little token rewards, random chest rewards. It has the health icon on it, so I don't know if that means that it's going to be health gear in there or not, but if that is, I'm hoping that that'll be the case. Maybe not just health gear, but some of the other gear. That'll be pretty cool to get. And Adventure Pass has a total of 4 stages, with each stage having more detailed quests. Players will get rewards once they complete each quest, and only after completing the quest will they be able to advance to the next quest. Now, I'm not sure if Adventure Path is going to be, because you see how it's on the world, like Clear 1-3. I'm not sure if that's going to go in conjunction with your farming your catalyst, because you know how when you clear the world now, you get those points. I forget what's like merchant points or whatever. And you can go ahead and buy some of the catalysts after you get enough of those. Hopefully those do stack, and that will make adventure mode a very good thing, because it'd also help you clear, excuse me, the adventure, clear adventure 5 times daily quest that we have. So looking forward to this. Hopefully this is going to be super good. And what's this right here? Collect and foster lots of heroes. Each hero has a class, and there are 6 classes, which can complement other classes. Heroes have... Oh, okay, my bad. This is an update to the help window. I was thinking this was going to be some type of quest or something. So forget about that. So let's see here. So bug fixes. If you guys notice, they're buffing Aether now. They're beginning to roll out changes to some of the healers. Probably to bring them up to spec with Angelica and Idol Girl, who I always forget her name. So if you're curious, Aether's basically going to get 40% more power on his 1 instead of 25% as a base, and still the same effects. Skill enhancing, however, will be a little bit nerfed, actually, which is pretty funny. So he does more damage early, but can still get the same max damage late. So a little bit harder hitter early, because some people, they start playing the game, they don't re-roll, that's their healer. So, and then has his second skill, recovers allies' health while dispelling 2 debuffs. You see they're going after debuffs pretty hard, and increasing casters' combat readiness by 20%. And same thing with target's max health and caster's attack for the heal amount. Cooldown for skill Spirit Call has been reduced by 1 when skill enhancement level is 0. As a result, adjustments have been made to skill enhancements. No changes have been made to maximum skill enhancements. So just making Aether a stronger early game hero. So you can see here now it's a 3-turn cooldown. Looks like pretty much the same effects are going on. And then... yeah, so Aether's going to be a little bit stronger now. I'm not sure where Aether's going to end up on total power, but, you know, Aether was never a bad character. It's just we all got wrapped up in the, oh my god, OP, oh my god, OP. So, other than that, they got a couple little things. English voice acting for Sage and Basil, that's great. And just some basic stuff here, arena issues, bugs, that type of thing. And that's pretty much it, guys. So if you got Montmorency now, definitely if you don't have our 50, get her to 50 ASAP. Do that quest. And be aware, guys, one thing I will point out, the fact that they are rolling out all of these buffs to the healers, however small they may be, that means that when the content comes out for what we're basically terming right now as World 2, whatever new continent they end up opening up for the main story, keep in mind they are probably going to put in a lot of counters in the game for immunity, dispels, and stuff like that, such as, you know, if you dispel, the boss mob gets buffs, or the boss mob increases its combat readiness. You know the types of things that they like to do in this game, and there'll probably be a fair amount more of dispel mechanics for lots of the stuff that we fight. So do not, I warn you guys, this is all great now, but do not get too over-reliant on these mechanics. Try to work out some other things, like continuous healing and people that dispel debuffs rather than put up immunity and that type of thing. So just a word to the wise. And other than that, guys, I hope you're doing well. We'll catch you guys later on. Got a couple videos I'm doing today, so I'll see you guys later on. Peace out.